Hey everyone. So before you crucify me, let me tell you the story about how I had to fire someone right before Christmas. Um, Not only did I have to fire her, but she was a single mother. And it's never easy to fire somebody, but in that situation, it was really tough. Now, let me tell you, we were having issues, and the doctor she was working directly with was complaining a lot about her performance, a lot. So I have leaders who I depend on to manage these teams and to make judgment calls. When you run a business and you have a lot of employees, you have a lot of different departments, you have to give some of that responsibility away. That does not mean that you don't deal with mistakes or issues. So this leader came to me and said, I just can't get her to do the job right. And she's like so dependent. She asks about doing like just about anything. Like it's like, oh, did I do this right? Oh, did I do this right? Hey, can you come look at this before just all day. So I bring the employee in. Now I'm not heartless. I did not like fire her and send her home packing, 2 weeks before Christmas as a single mom with, a few kids. I was not going to do that. Absolutely not. But I did have to officially make it known. Unfortunately, one of the things about firing is even if the timing's bad, it's still something that you want to do sooner than later. I brought her in and let her know that we were going to be letting her go, but that she was fine through the new year. She would, and she could take whatever time off she had to. If she had an interview, then go do your interview. You let us. We'll get by without you. But obviously I don't want you suddenly not working and the holidays and all of that. So you are still, of course, you have a job here into the new year. Still not any easier, but had to be done. And suddenly, she was a rock star. And not, I wondered if it was to prove a point or, just kind of give me the finger or give us the finger. So I brought her in again and I said, Sarah, you are doing the job exactly as we've wanted you to this whole time. What happened? So she told me that, well, she's like, well, I'll tell you what happened. So apparently the leader who I was relying on to make this call was micromanaging her team. So it was just nonstop, micromanaging, just to put it short. And not only that, but the way they were going about the process of handling their jobs, they were very jumbled, and it had a lot to do with that micromanaging, where they were jumping in and messing with people's processes. Well, somebody like Sarah, she has a process, and she needs to be able to follow that from start to finish. And if you disrupt her process, that's where you are going to have problems because she's likely to make mistakes. So her processes were being disrupted constantly, all day. So of course she made mistakes. So what she told me that day was, well, she's telling me the micromanaging and this is what, and I understand her process. If you've seen any of my videos where I talk about Colby, if you haven't, you should hop over to my Facebook page because I do discuss it there. But there is a way to understand exactly how people operate. There's a way you can find that out. So I understood exactly how she operated. When she explained it to me, I was like, that makes perfect sense. And the reason she was being a rock star was because she stopped letting them, because she didn't care anymore, because she stopped asking, oh, is this right? Oh, what about this? And she stopped letting them interrupt her processes. She just said, no, I've got it. Like, leave it alone, please. Like, I'll handle it. And so she was then doing the job wonderfully. And it wasn't her. She was not the problem. But it's so hard because the leader that was overseeing her, they're a great employee. There's a reason that they're a leader. But her management style and her leadership style was not working for this employee, and the employee wasn't able to do the job at the capacity that she was able to. So I did offer. I have all humility. We all make mistakes. I mean, for me, I had to rely on my leadership to make that call. I'm not present. In fact, we at this business that I was running, we had multiple locations. So I'm not present there to make those decisions. I just have to go on the word of the people who are there. And so I did apologize and say, I completely understand what you're going through, and I'm sorry that was the case. But I'm like, I said, if you still want a job here, you are more than welcome to stay. But if you choose to leave, I completely understand, and I am sorry that's the way this all went down. But I learned something. So did I what do you think I did in that situation? A lot of people suddenly beat themselves up, like, oh my God, like she was a great employee and we lost her because of this person who didn't lead her properly and make the right decisions. You can't do that. People are going to make mistakes just as you will make mistakes. So not only she did end up leaving the company, which was sad because she was a good employee and she had a lot of potential, and obviously she was capable of doing the job, which we couldn't see prior to that. So she did leave. The leader learned a hard lesson, and we learned a hard lesson, and we started looking at the processes in a very different way and changed it. And we resolved that issue, because if I can tell you anything right now, a lot of the times your problems are your processes, not your people. That's a tough lesson to learn. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you, and you guys can come talk to me more about these problems, these issues. They happen in all kinds of businesses. I have tons of expertise to share with you. Jump in one of my programs or jump on a phone call with me. I want to talk to you. I want to know more about you. So I look forward to meeting with you or seeing you in my program, and talk to you then.